Pastor Thomas Novak here today with a special message for the children. I wanted to talk to everyone about what makes Easter so special to us as Christians. You know, on Easter, my parents there was always an egg hunt at my house, and I liked getting the eggs and you shake them to see what's inside, whether there's some goodies, or sometimes even there used to be some money inside them. Oh, I used to have so much fun with that. I used to take them and shake them. So inside this first egg, let's see what we have here. Inside this first egg, we have a donkey. Now this donkey reminds me of how Jesus rode into Jerusalem, as we talked last week about Palm Sunday. Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, and people laid palm branches or tree branches or their cloaks, whatever they had, they laid in the road to celebrate Jesus coming in. And then something happened though while Jesus was in Jerusalem, and it's in this next egg. Oh, I can't tell what it is. Oh, here's what happened. Some people didn't like what Jesus was doing. They saw him as a threat. He wasn't doing what they wanted him to do. They wanted to be saved from the Romans, but yet Jesus came to save people from their sins. And some people didn't like that, and they didn't like that he said that he was the Son of God. That bothered them. They didn't like that at all. So they nailed him to a cross with nails. And on that cross he hung and he died for our sins. But then after he died, his body was taken down and it was put in a tomb. And inside that, to block the entrance to the tomb, they took what's in our next one, a rock. They took a large stone and they rolled it in front of the tomb. So there's a special gold egg here. This one, yeah. This is the tomb that Jesus was in, and his body was laid to rest in there. But something happened when people went back 3 days later. On the third day, when they went back, the tomb was empty. Jesus rose from the dead. And after he visited people, he ascended into heaven. And he's now seated at the right hand of God the Father as our judge and our forgiver. He forgives our sins when we ask him for forgiveness. So what makes Easter special was that the tomb was empty. There was nothing there. Now, parents, I want to share with the children how I performed this little trick, so that maybe they can do it to you. Maybe they can have fun trying it with you, and maybe they can share it with others in their family and tell others how the tomb was empty. So this is how I did it. This one was empty the whole time. The way I made noise was I had another egg hidden up my sleeve. So if you could hide one up your sleeve and you could rattle that, with this hand it sounds like something's in it. And then when you switch to this hand, it's empty. But remember, what makes Easter special is that the tomb was empty. Amen.